Once upon a time, there was a hard-working little tailor who spent his days sewing in his workshop.
These annoying flies.
One day, several flies began to buzz around his jam, irritating him greatly. With one swift blow, he killed 7 flies.
I killed 7 in one blow.
The little tailor was amazed by his own speed and strength, proud that he could kill so many flies in a single blow.
The whole world needs to know about this.
To commemorate his feat, he decided to make a belt that read, "I killed 7 in one blow." With this newfound confidence, the little tailor packed his things and set off to seek greater adventures in the wide world. His heart was filled with ambition and excitement for what lay ahead. He walked for a long time until he reached a deep forest. Suddenly, a massive figure appeared ahead, a towering giant blocking his path.
Can you really kill 7 at once?
The giant doubted the tailor's great feat.
That's nothing. I can do even more.
The tailor stood his ground, confidently facing the giant. The giant, holding a massive boulder in his hand, looks up at the sky and throws it with all his might. The stone flies into the air, and he turns to the small tailor with a smug grin, saying, "Can you do that?" The giant is filled with confidence and pride, while the small tailor watches the boulder with a smile, as if he already has a plan.
Look, I can even squeeze water from a stone.
The tailor wasn't intimidated. Instead, he used his wit to trick the giant by squeezing water from a piece of cheese. The giant's mouth dropped open, completely fooled by the tailor's trick. His eyes widened in disbelief, and doubt crept into his mind. Could a human really be this strong? The giant, utterly terrified by the tailor's trick, turned and fled in panic. His massive footsteps shook the ground as he kept looking back, while the little tailor stood smiling, watching the giant disappear into the distance. After a long journey, the little tailor finally arrived at the king's castle. The grand structure towered in the distance, mighty and imposing, while the tailor seemed small in comparison. Yet his heart brimmed with confidence.
Complete 3 tasks, and you can marry my daughter.
Hearing of the tailor's feats, the king decided to test him with 3 challenges. If he could complete them, the tailor would be granted permission to marry the princess.
3 tasks? Too easy.
The first task was to subdue 2 terrifying giants. The king believed no one could accomplish such a feat, but the tailor had a plan of his own.
These giants aren't much tougher than flies.
The tailor decided to use their foolishness against them. He quietly threw a stone at one of the giants.
You happy?
Upon waking, the giant assumed his companion had struck him, and a fierce argument broke out between them, quickly escalating into a fight. The second task was to capture a mystical unicorn. Known for its speed and strength, the unicorn was nearly impossible to approach. The clever tailor quickly hid behind a thick tree. As the unicorn charged, its horn became stuck in the trunk. The final task was to face a ferocious lion. The beast roared fiercely, appearing extremely dangerous. The tailor once again used his wit, setting up a clever trap that successfully ensnared the lion.
You truly completed all the tasks, and I keep my word.
Having completed all the tasks, the king kept his promise, and the little tailor married the beautiful princess in a grand ceremony. The tailor's story became a legend. His courage and wit had won him the happiness he always dreamed of. This story teaches us that wit and courage can overcome any challenge, not just brute strength.